Hello, it's Scott Manley here with part 36 of XCOM 2. Operation Leviathan is in full swing underneath the sea. We have multiple hostiles on the field and we are expecting more any minute soon. Queen Bee continues to reign from on high and unfortunately misses the avatar from the other side of the map. Sarah Scott is doing her best to mow down the mutons in this part of the world. This one is already weakened by the blazing pinions of my Archon, and the shotgun finishes its short life. That leaves just one Muton, 2 Codexes, and 2 Faceless, as well as the Spectre of the Avatar. John Jasek's hacking skills have not been particularly useful in this final room, but perhaps we will see some mechanized threats show their face. Pet Archon number 1 decides to move up onto this platform and shoot at the Muton, but unfortunately misses. That is one slippery Muton that has been evading my fire for too long.
On my way.
Hendrik Van Dyke, meanwhile, is continuing his slow approach. He hasn't actually got any shots off yet. And while Francesca has the inspirational speech up her sleeve, she decides the commander's avatar is the obvious recipient of this pep talk, letting him move to the higher ground. Perhaps he'll be able to get a clearer shot from up here, but now the enemies get their turn. The ethereals are just leaving their image on this world. They're sitting behind that avatar, they're like, I got your back here, don't worry boy. But what's this Muton gonna do? Looks like this Muton's gonna take a shot at my Archon. But the Archon's inbuilt agility is helping it stay alive. It's one of the better units to mind control because if it's agility and hard to killedness. And now we get a chance to see the psionic blaster in the hands of a hostile avatar. That thing is powerful. Could be worse though. He could be actually shooting at one of my real team members, not one of those fake ones that are just mind controlled. The ones that are part of my pump and dump scheme, as they say. And Overwatch does not help in this case. Totally misses that Codex. Which, the Codex is using its own version of the purple pain. My weapon's disabled. Get no bullets. The upside is he is a grenadier and he has a lot of grenades. Now the commander takes a shot at the Faceless. Oh yeah. One shot and it is down. You won't be mimicking anyone else, boyo. We still have another Faceless running around there, leaving its goop all over the ground. It runs a bit, pauses for a bit, and then jumps up again. Man, those things can jump, seriously. But it has used all its energy and can't get any strike in. Uh-oh! This could be a really bad place for my commander! Hi guys, were you expecting me? Oh yeah, they totally were. They've run away. Okay, it's back to my turn, and my Archon makes a run for it. Forgetting, of course, that there are codices on Overwatch. But thankfully that codex misses. And from here, the blazing pinions can deliver some incentive to that avatar to get out of the cover that he's hiding in. My commander, he takes the shot at that mimic, and doesn't quite knock it down, unfortunately. And Francesca, she sees that we have a pair of Vipers in close proximity, a perfect candidate for my Void Rift, for more purple pain. However, rather foolishly, I forgot to move Francesca, and she's pretty much standing next to that Void Rift from the Codex, which will explode and injure her. Because I forgot to move her. It was just a really stupid decision on my part. Oh! Nice though, panicked one of them and killed it. What about the other one? Oh yeah, I mind controlled that Viper. But it dies as well from being mind controlled. Because it got ruptured. If you ask me, that actually worked out pretty well. John Jasek moving forwards. And from here he can take a shot at that Viper. Nice! So that's everything that came through that gate. We are free to go about our killing business. This Muton has proven to be resilient and is still alive after that. Queen Bee still on her perch, putting down that Faceless. So we're down to 4 hostiles on the field at this time. Once again, we're maintaining our numerical advantage. But Olga takes the time to deploy the Mimic Beacon. Now, I'm going to point out this actually was recorded after the patch, so the mimic beacons are no longer allowed in cover, apparently. I'll explain this. We've got Hendrik Van Dyke dropping a grenade on that Codex because that's the only ammunition he has. But this is actually the second time I ran this mission. Now, the first time I ran this mission, I did it successfully and beat the game, but I took a really long time, so I thought, when the update came out, I decided to rewind and redo it with the new stats for the Mimic Beacon specifically. Also, somebody had said, after I completed the game, yeah, they really wanted to see the Queen Bee in a yellow and black outfit, and I thought, that's a brilliant idea, so I went back and I replayed this level. Finally, we have the third avatar on the field, surrounded by his posse of berserkers. Numerical superiority has once again swung back in favor of Advent. That just means we have to do a whole lot more killing. And that Archon deftly avoided that Muton, and the Avatar, Avatar number 2, jumps up the post and hides in high location and then runs over the other side, completely wasting its possible turn. And one of the Codexes feels the lure of the Mimic Beacon and steps right up to take that shot. For all your strange technologies and senses, you can't tell the difference between that and the real thing. Codex number 2 takes a run, and takes another run, strangely enough. Well, this other Codex fragment again sets itself up, decides to take a shot at my Mimic Beacon, and that leaves me with another opportunity to respond to the enemy. Awesome, that Codex was apparently stupid enough to walk straight into my Blazing Pinions attack. Frankly, a creature that stupid shouldn't get to clone, but yeah, the game thinks otherwise. But it somehow decides to clone itself way the heck over here, on the other side of the map. Hopefully that won't be coming back anytime soon. John Jasek brings his gremlin out, performs a combat protocol attack against this avatar, which is at extreme ranges. This will force it to move. 6 points of damage, you'll notice. Combat protocol does get better. And I believe it bypasses armor, which is a useful thing to have. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that avatar hiding back in the corner again. So I decide to move Queen Bee, make her head towards that middle platform where she can perhaps shoot more things more easily. This is a bit of a risky move, of course, because it leaves her out of the way and out in the open and not really having a chance to shoot things for a couple of turns. But she does squeeze off a pistol shot, knocking down that Codex fragment. And Francesca brings out another Mimic Beacon. That's the second of 3 that I have that will keep our team a little more secure. Meanwhile, Sarah Scott decides to throw a more conventional device, which should explode, but apparently doesn't. The intention was to obliterate some of the scenery. Thank you. Codex number 2 shifts over there. Archon moves into a better position, takes that shot, but misses. My other Archon, however, can pretty much close to point blank range, and from here, chances of missing are remote. Oh yeah, take that. That's what we call the Archon selfie stick surprise. Oh, and you've teleported into a really nice position. Hendrik decides to finish off this other Codex using another grenade. That'll be a guaranteed kill against this target. But I really should find the opportunity to reload this weapon, because I am rapidly running out of grenades. I have 1 incendiary grenade left. You know what? It's reload time. What's this guy gonna do? He's pointing at me in a very dangerous way, and I've lost mind control of my Archon. And this Muton steps out from behind cover to attack Sarah Scott, but the Blade Storm skill comes out. Ha! Bet you didn't expect that, Mr. Muton.
Okay, so I got one.
Yeah, just try to sound cool, why don't you? Ha! The Avatar makes a run for it and gets hit by the Psionic Blaster. Now I wonder if it'll teleport having been hit. Yes, it will. It teleports to another perfect position. Oh no! Wait, it's gonna use mind control. Who will be the victim?
It's inside me!
Oh, it's inside me! Francesca is being mind-controlled by the Avatar. We'd better kill that thing ASAP. Avatar number 3, which I shall call Louis, decides to forgo the psionic blaster and hit them with a, soul fire or whatever. Null lance. That Archon doesn't like it either way. Whips it into a battle frenzy, which I've no idea what that actually means. I should probably have read the wiki at some point. Blade Storm kicks in, but she misses, unfortunately.
Okay, next time.
Yeah, you will, eventually. And we have another Berserker. Oh my god. Sarah Scott is getting, wow, she's getting surrounded by Berserkers. This is not a good situation. One of them's on fire thanks to the power of her fusion blade. And that Muton's attack missed completely because she had killed something in the previous round and therefore was untouchable for the first attack. But that Archon there has no such advantage, but doesn't matter because the Muton straight up misses that shot. These enemy rounds are really, really long because there's so many things running around. Well, we have another Codex teleporting in there. And zapping my Mimic Beacon. Finally, one of them decided to attack the Mimic Beacon, which was supposed to be buying me some sort of safety. The Archon slides through the cloud of acid for some silly reason.
Out of my head!
I will be dealing with that head outing thing very soon. And Queen Bee, I wish you could have hit that, but we'll have to just live with it.
Right,
Sarah,
okay.
you are surrounded. Get out of there. We don't want you to be fighting these things hand to hand if you can avoid it. Actually, while you're up there, can you hit that Avatar? Oh yes, 16 points of damage, that's gotta hurt. I'm presuming if we take down these Avatars, then the mission is complete. But I could be wrong on that.
Finally!
But I figure the faster we kill these things off, the less enemies we're gonna have to deal with coming through those gates. John Jasek steps up with a grenade, guaranteed hit on that Avatar, shredding its armor, weakening it, but also making it teleport away. That is the one that we need to kill, because that is the one that is controlling my trooper. We don't want any friendly fire incidents here. Commander's Avatar employs the Null Lance, slicing through the walls and burning that Avatar. Finally! Yes, there you go, no more ethereal there. And Francesca, her head clears and she will once again join my team. That means there is but one Avatar left.
Returning from the void.
Olga employs the Void Rift, guaranteed hit on that Avatar, and a couple of those Berserkers, dishing out that cloud of purple pain like a pro, and also adding some extra secrets, some extra special flavoring. Ah, missed. Oh well, that didn't work. Anybody else up for some special sauce here?
Not good.
Not good, okay. Well, I guess not. Berserker freaking out! And Avatar teleporting out. Damn, I don't think there was anybody conveniently placed to attack that thing. For my single dominated Avatar, we move across, we bring the blazing pinions to bear on this Codex and the other Archon. And Francesca, she's running towards where the Avatar is right now. But the aliens get their turn. This Berserker seems not to be so happy about the fact that he is on fire. This Archon is getting acid burned and isn't sure what to do. The AI seems to be spending a ridiculous amount of time trying to think about what's going on here. And finally, can we hit this one for once, Mr. Van Dyke? No, apparently not. I don't think you've hit any Overwatch shots in this mission. It's really kind of disappointing. Francesca takes the Overwatch shot and misses too. Oh dear. And what about Louis?
Adjusting aim.
Where will Louis lead us next? Uh-oh, outflanking Olga there, that could be bad. But apparently deciding to attack Sarah Scott instead. She is not in a good way, and we get some sort of weird camera thing as the Berserkers decide... Wait, they're going... That makes... Okay, you're attacking Olga, but Olga's fleet-footed skills move her out of the way of the brutal attack of that Berserker. However... Oh, Blade Storm? Oh no, you missed! How did that happen? Bladestorm just keeps missing.
good.
Frankly, I don't like the odds of success that Bladestorm is giving us. Oh well, whatever. We still have the mutons. They are going into Overwatch mode, and
That one hurt.
oh my god! Oh, she is seriously hurt, and she's got a berserker right next to her. And that Codex makes its move. What will it do? It's gonna do another Void Rift and hit both of these guys together. That's interesting that it would do some friendly fire with the Void Rift. But that is the end of the alien's turn, and I have a really good feeling about this. We are close. The cavalry is here. Wait, you mean friends? No, it's a bunch of chrysalids. We do not want those chrysalids here. We'd rather not have those ones here. We need to kill this avatar as quickly as possible. Sarah Scott misses but demolishes the cover.
Adjusting
That
sights.
will leave Queen Bee with a clear shot. She pulls out the pistol for a lightning shot. Hits it for 4 points of damage. Where will it end up next? And can she hit it with her teleporter? Oh man! It's just like way the heck over there. John, can you get in range? Ignore all the other threats. Take that shot. Okay, anybody else in the area? Francesca? Francesca is there. And she may have the magic, the psionic powers to finish off this war once and for all. Burn, baby, burn! That's right, we are gonna have a Disco Inferno party tonight after this victory. Only the best.
The Elder stabilizing the psionic network. Everything's going haywire. That gate's not gonna hold much longer.
You heard her!
No! No, we're stuck here.
Shen, tell me you've got a plan B here. Nice work.
Wasn't anything on my end. This shouldn't even be possible. Unless...
Commander, whatever it is you're doing is working. Just make sure you save enough juice for your own trip home. Commander, you okay? We just lost contact. What the hell is happening here, Doctor?
It's the Elders. They're overwhelming our link, enveloping the Commander's consciousness.
Then sever the connection!
We do that, we risk a complete overload.
We will claim what was given. We will be whole once more. Now! Your victory here means the end for all others. It will follow you as it followed us. You are not ready. We must not fail.
Oh, but you have failed.
Vital stabilizing. Synaptic activity returning to acceptable levels.
And one transdimensional psionic network down for the count.
Mission accomplished, Commander.
Victory! But wait, Advent News Network is still on the air. I thought we took that thing down.
The Liberation Network broadcasting on all frequencies. Advent is in full retreat across all areas.
Heavy fighting continues in the city's centers as Advent forces attempt to regroup.
We're barely keeping up with the flood of refugees here, as people continue to desert the Advent-controlled city centers.
Full curfew remains in effect as the administration deals with the ongoing crisis.
To all of you in the occupied zones, hold your ground. Continue the fight. We promise you, help is on the way.
You might say this was the advent of the beginning of the end of Advent. Hey guys, haven't you heard? You guys lost the war. We're so badass we can walk up to you with a baseball bat, and you don't even remember how to shoot me. Yeah, go humans! And that is it. Oh, I'm so happy that game took so long and it consumed so much of my life, and making this series took so long. But of course, we do get a little bit of a teaser. You know, there might just be an XCOM 3, perhaps themed on, say, the terror from the deep, perchance. I don't think those ethereals have been wiped out for good just yet. But this series has been wiped out for good. I'm glad to have made it, but I'm not sure I can make another one like it. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.